Welcome students. Today we are dealing with the last part of this chapter, the fundamental unit of life part 4. In this we will deal with some physical processes which take place inside a cell. First is diffusion. So diffusion is the spontaneous movement, or it is the continuous movement of a substance from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration till equilibrium is achieved. So a substance moves from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration till a balance is achieved in the concentration. So till this difference of concentration exists, the movement will take place. Now it takes place in all the three states of matter. We know that solid, liquid and gas. But it is fastest in gaseous state because gas molecules do not have more attraction between the molecules. This process helps in exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen between cell and environment. We know that carbon dioxide which is produced inside cell, it is of higher concentration, so it moves outside the cell, and oxygen which is more in the environment, it enters the cell. So it helps in exchange of gases between cell and its environment. Here we can see the process in the left hand side, starting high concentration and low concentration. We can see that the molecule from higher concentration it moves to lower concentration, and after some time we can see that on both the sides the concentration becomes equal. The next process is osmosis. It is the movement of a solvent. So what is a solvent? We know that in a solution there are two parts, solvent and solute. Now solute is the solid part and solvent is the liquid part. So it is the movement of a solvent or liquid from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration across a semi-permeable membrane. So here the difference is that it takes place in a liquid only, while diffusion takes place in all the three states, and here a semi-permeable membrane is involved. It takes place in liquid state only. Now in unicellular freshwater organisms like amoeba, water enters the animal. So how it enters? By osmosis, because we know that the pseudopodia or cell membrane is semi-permeable. It also helps in absorption of water by plant roots. So we know that water is found in soil and the plants take the water because they have less concentration of water inside roots. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion. So we can also say that osmosis is a special kind of diffusion because it is also the movement from higher to lower concentration. Here in this figure we can see osmosis in the starting. So concentrated sugar solution which has more sugar molecules, the red particles. Then there is dilute sugar solution which has less sugar molecules and more of the liquid. So in which direction the movement will take place? It will take place from higher to lower. So we can see that the blue particles, they are moving towards the concentrated solution, and they are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. And after some time we can see that the level decreases. So where dilute sugar solution was there, the level decreases because the solvent particles, they are moving towards a region of their lower concentration. Now how can we demonstrate osmosis? So there is a simple experiment which is called potato osmoscope. In this we take a potato. So we can see this is a potato and peel it. The covering is removed. Then the base is cut so that it becomes flat and it can stand. Then we scoop a cavity and we fill it with sugar solution. Now we place the potato in a beaker and the beaker has water. We can color the water so that we can see the movement. After some time we will see that the water moves inside the cavity. So we can put a pin. So note the initial level, and after some time the level will rise. So why will the level rise? Now the level will rise because water has higher concentration outside and it will move through the semi-permeable membrane of potato and enter the cavity. And the final level we can see that it has reached a height. So this can demonstrate how osmosis take place. By noting the time we can know the rate of osmosis or how fast the osmosis is taking place. Types of solution. So according to the concentration, solution are of three types. First is hypotonic solution. Hypo means less. So this solution has less amount of solute or solid part. When the medium surrounding a cell has higher water concentration than cell, it is called dilute. So such a solution is called dilute because it has more liquid and less solid. So hypo means less and less means solid. So here we are concerned only with the solid part. So a dilute solution is called hypotonic. The cell will gain water. So when we place a cell in a solution which has more water, naturally the cell will gain water by osmosis and it will swell. This condition of swelling is called turgid. Now isotonic, iso means same. So when the medium surrounding cell has exactly same water concentration or there is no difference in concentration, there is no movement of water across membrane and the cell will remain of same size. So because there is no exchange or the exchange is equal, so the cell will remain of same size. Such a solution is called isotonic. It can be used to preserve animal specimen in the labs because it will neither swell nor shrink. Hypertonic solution. So when the medium surrounding cell has lower concentration of water than cell. So when the surrounding has lower concentration of water, or we can see that it has more solid. So hyper means more. So it has more solute. Such a solution is called concentrated solution. And the cell will lose water because surrounding has less water. So water will move out of cell by osmosis and the cell will shrink. This condition is called flaccid condition. Here we can see the comparison: hypotonic solution, isotonic solution and hypertonic solution. So first in animal cell, we can see when animal cell is placed in hypotonic solution, it is lysed because the water is released out. In isotonic solution, we can see that there is equal exchange of water and surroundings, and in the hypertonic solution, we can see that the cell becomes shrink. The cell becomes shrink in a hypertonic solution. In plant cell, we can see that water enters the cell and the cell becomes turgid or it is swollen. Same was the case with animal cell, in which we saw that the water enters the cell but the cell burst because there is no protection by cell wall. In the second, we can see that the condition is balanced. The cell is in the same state, and in the third we can see that all the water is released out and the contents of cell, the cell membrane and the cytoplasm, it is contracted in the center. Such a condition is called plasmolysis. So what is plasmolysis? When a living plant cell is placed in a hypertonic solution or a solution which is concentrated, the cell loses water through osmosis and it shrinks or contracts. The contents of the cell, that is cytoplasm, cell membrane, they shrink away from cell wall, and this is called plasmolysis. Now if we want to put the cell again in the normal state, we can put it in water or hypotonic solution. Hypotonic means dilute solution. So what is deplasmolysis? When a plasmolysed cell is placed in hypotonic solution or pure water, the contents of cell come to normal state. This is called deplasmolysis. So the plasmolysed cell can again be retained to the normal condition. Here we can see 4 diagrams. In the first diagram we can see a normal cell, turgid cell. In the second diagram we can see that the water is going out, so the protoplasm starts contracting. In the third we can see the plasma membrane and the contents are coming in the center, and in the fourth diagram we can see that all the contents have come in the center. So the cell has become plasmolysed. Okay children, thanks.